who knows people who do crazy stuff. It is make those moves Monday, and I want to ask you thing. Are you doing okay? Are you things going for it hard, but then still continuing to go for it? Or did you go really good for like a quarter, maybe a little bit longer, and then you're like, oh, this isn't working. Why aren't things turning out? What's happened? How's life treating you? Okay, so I'm asking you for real, like, how's life treating you? It is making those moves Monday. It is time to get us going. So, you guys, blessings on your day. I hope you are having an amazing freaking day today. It is your time to turn up. You guys, self-sabotage. What happens? Things happen all the freaking time. Okay, so what happens in your head? That's where it is, right? Because something happens right here. And so like, okay, let's start from the beginning. Sometimes we have a goal, right? We're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this goal. I want to go to school. I want to learn how to do this, whatever your goal is, right? And then we start doing the thing. And then the next thing you know, some part of us is like, this is so hard. And other people are telling you, why are you doing that? You're too old to do that. What makes you think you could do that? You know, you should be doing something else, right? I like, for real. And then once other people put in their 2 cents, then all of a sudden we get more doubtful. And then we get frowny face. And then we're like, And then we stop. We let other people do it. I am so grateful for you being non-Christian. How are you doing, Blue? I am so grateful for you guys hopping on. So how is your life going? Are you guys going for it? Are you guys moving through even though the people are telling you not to? Are you pushing through even though some part of you is like, I keep going for it, but then I'm not seeing the freaking success that I would like to see? Because most of us, we like go for it, right? We go out, we decide, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna buy a house, right? Okay, I'm gonna start saving money, I'm gonna do all the things, and then we get like this close. We get this close to having the breakthrough, to having the harvest, having the amazingness happen, and then we quit. We quit. I've done that over and over and over and over again in my life. I got this close to doing so many freaking things. I don't know if you guys can relate, but you know, I didn't have, oh, hi from Turkey. I'm saying hi from Georgia. I'm out here in the Atlanta area. So grateful for coming on. Hi, Camilio. All the gray space. Oh, hey, Ben. Oh, great. I'm blurry. It's probably my signal, but what can you do? So, you guys, I want to ask you, what other things, how are you self-sabotaging yourself? Because most of us, we know we want something better for our lives. We do. We know that, oh, I know that I should have a better car. I should have a job that pays more. I should have a better freaking life, right? But then what happens is, oh, you're so cute. No, I'm not a nurse. I'm a holistic healer. I'm a lot of things. I'm a medicine woman. I'm native. I'm a lot of things. But really, you guys, I am here to help you get past those things that stop you. Because when we self-sabotage, you guys, it's not always all just your fault. Because some of us have generational stuff. Some of us carry disbelief from our childhood. Some of us had people tell us we were real stupid. Some of us told us that we would not be worth nothing. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't have the most supportive parents. I didn't have people telling me how great I was, right? I didn't. So I had to build my own self-esteem. But in the process, a lot of times when things didn't work out my way, I would immediately go, I'm dumb. And then I would repeat things that other people said to me, or the other things that other people have done to me that told me, oh, you're ugly, you're not smart. And I would be like, oh, I'm not. And I would believe them. And I would believe them. So first, you guys, I want to invite you to stop believing the negative things that anybody has to say about you. I invite you to start really discovering what you like about yourself, what you love about yourself. I would love for you to really give yourself permission to dream that big dream, because guess what? When you start dreaming that big dream, the things are going to start unraveling. When you start paying more attention to the goal and less about all of the things that are stopping you from getting there, amazing things will happen. I promise you, because that sabotage in us, it is stopping us from our greatness. How many of you guys know that you should be an artist or a singer or whatever it is that you are supposed to be? But it's like, oh my gosh, every time you start going for it, you're like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, nope, see? I knew it. Now I don't have any more money. Oh, I'm out of time. Oh, I don't have a ride. Oh, my car went out. You know, whatever it is, things happen for unpredicted reasons. It's hard to say. But the reality is when you begin to start appreciating yourself more, then those little things that self-sabotage that we do, like when we want to be healthier and then we do really good for a couple weeks and then we're like, F it, I'm going, give me the ice cream. And I want pizza, I want ice cream, I want to eat all the cookies, I want to eat all the cake. And then we feel like crap. Then we feel even worse. And this, you know who does it? We do it all to our own freaking self. So, oh my gosh, you guys, so many reasons why we self-sabotage. Some of us are repeating patterns. How many of you guys saw your mom or your dad do things or say things that were so negative? Oh, when is my life ever going to get better? Oh, they would complain about the bills, complain about their coworkers, complain. Well, guess what? That's what they taught you. So a lot of it is repeating patterns that we learned. So I invite you to give yourself permission to learn a new pattern. What would you like to learn? Because the second that you give yourself permission to think of something different things are going to happen. For real. Because again, this is the way energy works. It's a quantum physics fact. Energy can only be positive or negative. So when you're thinking and you're feeling, you can only feel negative or positive. But you're the only one who can identify it and then switch it or start recognizing how you self-sabotage and get support. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do it alone, because who wants to do it alone? Meh, boring, no fun. Way funner when you have support. When you have other people helping you hold yourself accountable to saying nice things to your own self. I invite you to start talking to yourself like you would your best friend. I invite you to start showing up for yourself the way you would for your best friend. Because most of us show up for other people way harder than we show up for ourselves. And then then we beat ourselves up. And then we beat ourselves up because we're like, oh, I don't do enough. We have the audacity to tell ourselves that we don't do enough. I know you do more than probably the people that you know. I'm just saying. Because if you caught that title and if you're here because of that title, it's because you're a giver. And you're a giver. So what happens? Us givers, we give and give and give, right? And then when we would like some reciprocation, we fall flat, right? And then we're like, oh, see, nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. Nobody appreciates me. Nobody, right? And then we do things to sabotage ourselves. So then we stay up drinking all night and we spend all of our money, or we go gamble it away, or we go eat it away, or we go buy stuff for other people, or we go and do the craziest things. So you guys, you're not the only one. We're a society of people who don't recognize how to love their own selves. So please start being really nice to yourself. Be really freaking nice to yourself and start telling yourself the things you'd like to hear and start treating yourself the way that you would want to be treated. Treat yourself that way. Like, be nice to yourself. Say things to yourself that are beneficial, because you guys, we all are understanding and perceiving things differently. There could be a whole like 20 of us who got the same message and we all interpreted it very differently, and that's because we all are unique. We're unique in how we feel things. We're unique in how we think when things are presented. We are unique in all of the areas. So some of us weren't traumatized by our parents. Some of us took the things that we saw and we did the complete opposite, right? So there's no right or wrong, there just is, and there's just a moving forward. And so when it comes to the things that we do that don't benefit ourselves, you guys, start really being nice to yourself. Start giving yourself permission to recognize that, oh, I would rather not go spend my money and get drunk and be hungover and do all the things, because it's okay. It's okay to change. It's okay, because when you give yourself permission to just do something different, maybe next time when you want to drink, instead of drinking, maybe do some push-ups. I'm just saying. And the next time you want to just curl up in the bed and don't want to get up and go to work, maybe give yourself a bath and take a shower. Move that energy, because that, if you're able to sit in the energy for 90 seconds, if you're able to sit through it through 90 seconds, you can get to the other side of whatever that emotion is. And instead of doing the things that are going to cause you harm, that are going to hurt you, that are going to stop you from reaching your goal, please ask for help. Please be prepared with something different, because you deserve a happy life. You deserve abundance. You deserve to have the most amazing freaking life ever. For real, for real. But the only person who can give it to you is you. The only person who can start shifting that is you. So stop believing all of the things that those people told you about you that don't feel good. The next time you repeat something in your head that, like, I'm not smart, well, be prepared with something like, I'm exquisite, I am radiant, I'm a freaking genius, I am so unique, nobody else could even begin to think like me, right? Because in the end, you are all of those things. You are all of those things. You're unique, you're freaking amazing. But sometimes we don't feel that way. And when we don't feel that way and life isn't showing us that reflection, sometimes we do things. Sometimes we want to make our outside look like how our inside feels. And sometimes we want our outside to be as painful as the pain we're holding in our heart, the pain that we're having from past experiences, the pain from loss, the pain of not feeling loved, not feeling wanted, not feeling valued, right? These are the things that stop us, and then they make us give up. So don't give up. Please don't give up. Please just keep in it. Stay in it, because I'm telling you, if you give up, then you're guaranteed to be done. But if you keep going, the chances of success are huge. The chances of something different, if you keep going, are freaking amazing. I promise you. And if you start giving yourself permission to ask for help, but ask from people who are actually in alignment with what you're doing. Because a lot of us, we go and want support from people who are completely unable to give it to us. And then we get our feelings hurt. But the reality is, some part of us already knew. We already knew that that person didn't have no room for us. A lot of the people that I used to want support from, they were the ones that I always supported. And so logically thinking, it was like they've never shown me that they were my support. I've always been their support. But I promise you, support is there. It's there for you. Keep looking for it. When you have those feelings that are so painful that you get stuck, there are so many ways that you could get poured into, guys. Get on an audio app and listen to things. Get on more of these YouTubes. Play things that are positive, that are beneficial. Because every influence that you're listening to, that you're watching, it is affecting you even more. And so if we pay attention to things that are more motivating, more supportive, more encouraging, then it helps us to get through those moments when life feels like it's so heavy and it's so painful and it's so weighed down that we can't make it through, that we decide to give up, decide to start drinking or overeating or not showing up to work, and then we get even more behind in our bills, and then we feel even worse. It happens. It happens for so many reasons. Some of it could be what we grew up listening to. Some of it could be our spouses or the partners we're with. In the end, you get to choose what you give your focus to. So please, invest in affirmations, invest in some mirror work, start doing some things that pour into you. Get into places and spaces that help you to have new ideas. And trust me, I left home at 15. I didn't have a lot of great influences. I didn't. I had a rough freaking life. So most of the stuff I learned on my own. But in the end, the answers are there. You guys, we have Google. We have AI. We have 50 million things that give us answers to the questions we have. So if you're not sure what to do instead of what you're doing, I promise you, just go to Google and say, Google, when I get sad, I have a pattern of drinking. What are some alternatives I could do? Because there's going to be such a huge list, and you're such a unique recipe that I could tell you one thing after another, but there's 50 billion things. And you got to show up for you. You are the one who will get you through those moments. You're the one whose hopes and dreams and amazing things are going to get you to where you want to go. But please don't give up. Please. When it comes time to doing those things that sabotage your own success, please do something different. Give yourself permission to cry the tears, to scream the screams, to punch a pillow, to do the things, but then pour back into yourself. Start telling yourself how amazing you are. I am smart. I am successful. From this experience, only good things will happen. I'm able to walk. I am able to have my phone. Obviously, you're here, you have some form of connection. So I invite you to find alternatives to ones that are going to make it harder for your own self. I've done it so many times. I've set my own self back so many times. I know what it's like, but I also know that that can change. Pay attention to what you're giving focus to. Give yourself permission to say, all right, you guys, that's probably it. My signal's going out. I appreciate you hopping on. Until Wednesday, you guys, self-sabotage, it's a real thing. Be nice to yourself. Find alternatives. Pay attention to the patterns. You know what you do when things get hard. So I invite you to find alternatives. And if you need help, hook up with your girl. Clarity Call with Trey. It's a complimentary call. So you guys, for real, claritycallwithtrey.com. I would love to help you with more information and alternatives. Blessings, blessings on this Making Moves Manifesting Monday.